Tinubu is devil, I know. El-Rufai's capacity for evil, I don't know. Farotimi. And now to the news info. Human rights lawyer Daily Farotimi has said any alliance between Peter Obi and Nasir El-Rufai ahead of the 2027 election may not work. Nigerian Punch reports that Farotimi decried the former governor of Kaduna's bigotry and his inactions during attacks on the people of southern Kaduna. In an interview with News Central, the former member of Obi's Presidential Campaign Council stated that any alliance for 2027 without guaranteeing citizens' votes would be a waste of time. According to him, the people of southern Kaduna and the Middle Belt would not swallow and accept an alliance with El-Rufai. 2027 is a waste of time. And if Peter Obi should find an alliance with an El-Rufai, the question is that alliance, is it one that is found after Nigeria have become citizens where they have no votes to count? If it is one, I might look at the content of such an alliance without prejudice to the fact that I would expect that someone who has committed so many sins against the Nigerian people, especially the people of Southern Kaduna, like El-Rufai, will pay penance and take a backseat. I wouldn't expect him to be front and center and be allowing people to be reminded. Exactly. You should take the backseat. You entered SDP and you were already causing problems. Obviously, we don't know the kind of atrocities that you can commit, really. We saw the things that you did in Southern Kaduna, so imagine you forming an alliance with Peter Obi. You want to stain his white. I beg. That alliance cannot work at all. It cannot work because me, personally, I don't even trust El-Rufai. And exactly the way that Farotimi said it, the evil that he can do, we do not know. The man, I don't trust him. I don't just trust him. And I don't even believe that he's in SDP for a greater good. I think he's there because they are playing script. Because they have script writers. They've written so many scripts. Oh, this is the way we are going to play it out. I'll go to SDP. We are going to pretend that we are fighting and all of that. I don't trust that man at all. At all. The devil you know really is better than the angel that you do not know. The capacity to which El-Rufai can get to in his evil deeds, you do not know, really. People do not know. Because I don't know how anybody would expect the people of Southern Kaduna to be looking at an El-Rufai, exactly, with all the things that he did to them in that place. They cannot be looking at him. Even the people of the entire Middle Belt, I don't know how they will sit. They will be able to stomach an El-Rufai in a political party where he has a prominent position. His bigotry is documented, too well documented for it to be something that we can be arguing. He said you cannot argue it. We saw all the things that he did in Southern Kaduna, the killings of Christians all over the states that time. It's on record. So how will people want that kind of person to form an alliance? Peter Obi cannot even try it. He cannot though. He cannot form an alliance with El-Rufai. He should not even think of it. When asked if he would prefer President Bola Tinubu over El-Rufai, Farotimi said he knew Tinubu's evil, but his skin crawls when he remembers things associated with the former Kaduna governor. Yes, imagine that kind of a person. Our president. Hey. I beg. Tinubu's evil is better than El-Rufai. Let me say this. Tinubu is the devil I know. El-Rufai's capacity for evil, I don't really know. Yes, if he can commit that kind of thing in Southern Kaduna, do you know what he would do when he becomes the president? He will just order for the killing of all the Christians in Nigeria. Only the Muslims will remain. Because that man, I beg. My skin really crawls, really remembering it. I just know that he's a deeply. My skin crawls when I think of the things that have been associated with him. The things he himself has said in the public space. How terrorists are to be paid. How when you owe Fulani men, you are going to pay for it. How the people of Southern Kaduna were just treated like vermins. Whether he was directly responsible, he was the governor, the chief security officer of the state, and he didn't have anything suiting to say to these things. Exactly. And I'm involved in the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum. I've heard Middle Belt people speak to their pains in the hands of Fulani marauders. And to now hear somebody speaking to the normalization of that level of evil, it makes my skin crawl. So I cannot argue against what Chidi Odinkalo said. Although it's almost like asking which hand I would prefer to have chopped off. Because as between the two of them, the Nigerian people will find no salvation, exactly. But at least you still manage and you say, this one is manageable, than having El-Rufai there. That's just what it is, really. On Saturday Sunday says Peter Obi can never partner with this criminal called El-Rufai. It's uncalled for. Obi has nothing to do with this Boko Haram. He had better not. He had better not associate himself with El-Rufai. Abeg, it go be disastrous, abeg. Very, very disastrous. Joseph Obadiah says, aside from Yoruba people, who else wants Tinubu? Only tribal bigots will vote for the terrible president. But if you had the option of Tinubu and El-Rufai, which one would you go for? Really, let's say the truth. Would you go for El-Rufai because you think, Peter Obi has aligned with him? Never. Peter Obi aligns with El-Rufai. He has destroyed his presidential ambition. That's just it. That's just it. Zakari Ebiloma says, Mercy Adams, surprised to hear one making such a comment. Farotimi is about 100 years ahead. Your midget Nigeria. Do you at all read the lines of his commentary? It's not just poetic, but reading out facts that are thought-provoking. Farotimi is an oracle without mincing words. If you love Nigeria, then you must love him. Paul says, one of the respected Nigerians living is the point-blank Daily Farotimi. Take it or leave it. He has no rival in frankness. No matter the circumstances, may God continue to protect him for the benefit of the honest people in Nigeria, British. Yes, so exactly. Because really, if you have the option to choose between El-Rufai and Tinubu, Oga, I'm going for Tinubu because the devil you really know is better than the one you don't know the kind of things that he can do and the kind of things that you've heard him done in Southern Kaduna. That man is a terrorist. Allegedly. Let me put it before they come and catch me. But he is a terrorist. That man would do a lot of things. That exhibit that he went to. I beg. Abdulrahman says, I'm not in support of Obi and obedience, but advisably, Obi should distance himself from El-Rufai. Somebody with sins and blood in his hands will have nothing to contribute in the movement of Obi and obedience. Exactly. And he has not even come to acknowledge the fact that, okay, yes, I did something bad. I'm sorry. It was, I didn't know what I was doing. He's an evil and he's standing by his evil. He has done a lot of things, killed a lot of Christians, and he's standing by it. That's the kind of person we want to make our president in a country that has people with different tribes, with different religions or more. He could just buy all of us. Obadiah Hassan says, I can see El-Rufai losing the games instead of winning. I'm suggesting for El-Rufai to remove pride away and beg people of Kaduna, exactly beg, to forgive him of whatever offense he has offended them, though it will be hard to forgive because this man killed Christians or more. He went on a killing spree. He was supporting terrorists in the country, in the state. So really, he has to beg for forgiveness. But he's not ready to do that. So why would anybody trust him? Of course, you picked Tinubu against El-Rufai. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.